sky of Xyrath 9 burned crimson that day, streaked with the vapor trails of dying ships. The war between humans and the Zalari Empire had stretched on for 7 brutal years, and the planet had become nothing more than a graveyard of steel and ash. I was Sergeant Ethan Cross, one of the last surviving soldiers from the 51st Human Expeditionary Division. My exosuit had been ripped apart days ago, and the plasma rifle was long gone. I fought now with only my fists, scavenged blades, and the will to live. When the last of my squad fell, I thought I was alone in the ruins of Varnus City. But then I heard her voice, like sharp, commanding, and cold as ice. Human. Drop your weapon! I turned and saw her. She stood 10 meters away, clad in silver combat armor etched with alien runes that pulsed with light. A Zalari war captain, taller than me by a head, muscular yet graceful, her 4 eyes glimmering like molten gold beneath her battle helm. Her name, as I would later learn, was Captain Sira Veyra, one of the deadliest warriors in the Empire. I'm out of weapons, I said, spreading my hands. Just these. I flexed my fists, bruised and bloody. She hesitated, scanning me with her visor. You fought without armor? Against my kind? Didn't have a choice. She tilted her head, curiosity replacing hostility. Interesting. Most humans beg for mercy when cornered. You fight like a beast. I don't know about that, I said, stepping forward, but I'm not dying on my knees. Her expression changed. Amusement, maybe admiration. Then die on your feet, human. And she attacked. The Zalari moved like lightning. Her spear whistled through the air, slicing rubble as she lunged. I ducked, rolled, and slammed a broken pipe against her armor. Sparks flew, but she didn't even flinch. She countered with a blow that sent me crashing into a wall. I coughed blood and grinned. Not bad. You're still standing? She asked, surprised. Gonna take more than that to keep me down. I charged, disarmed her with a twist, and landed a heavy punch across her jaw. For a second, her golden eyes widened. The mighty Zalari captain stumbled back. Then she laughed, a deep, melodic sound that echoed through the ruins. By the suns! A human hit me. I wiped blood from my mouth. Guess I did. She looked at me differently after that, not as prey, but as something else. When the smoke cleared and both our armies retreated to regroup, she didn't kill me. Instead, she dragged me to a ruined shelter and set her weapon down. You should be dead, she said. And yet, I can't bring myself to end you. Thanks, I guess. She studied me in silence. What do humans call this feeling? Respect? Could be, I said. Or maybe curiosity. She sat beside me, armor clinking softly. Curiosity, yes. You fight without the hive link, without the strength of a neural network. Alone. And still, you endure. It's admirable, I laughed weakly. Never thought I'd get compliments from a Zalari captain. Never thought I'd give one, she admitted, removing her helmet. For the first time, I saw her face, smooth lavender skin marked by battle scars, high cheekbones and eyes that shimmered like twin suns. She was beautiful, in a way that didn't belong to humans. Fierce, alien, but beautiful nonetheless. Ethan Cross, I said, offering my hand. She looked at it curiously, then clasped it with surprising gentleness. Sira Veyra. We sat in silence for a long time, surrounded by ruins and the fading echoes of war. Days passed. Sira didn't hand me over to her command. Instead, she kept me hidden, claiming I was a specimen for interrogation. In truth, she brought me food, water, and warmth from her power core. We talked, we argued. We shared stories. She told me about the Zalari Code, how they were born into war, bred for conquest, and taught that emotion was weakness. But she had doubts, secret ones she'd never dared speak aloud, and I told her about Earth, about blue skies, oceans, music, laughter, things she'd never seen or heard of. You humans are strange, she said one night, staring into the dim fire. You destroy everything, yet still find beauty in what remains. Maybe that's what keeps us alive, I replied. Hope, even when it's stupid. She turned to me, her expression unreadable. You would make a fine warrior among my kind, I smirked. That sound like a compliment or a threat? Her lips curved into a faint smile. Both. Weeks later, the war shifted. Both sides called for peace talks. Fragile, temporary, but real. When Sira received orders to return to her fleet, she stood before me, armored again, her eyes softer than before. It seems our time is over, human. Guess so. She hesitated. If we meet again, it will be as enemies. My honor demands it. I get it. I looked at her, memorizing every line of her face. Just don't die out there. Her golden eyes flickered. You care for me? More than I should. She stepped closer. Close enough that I could feel the heat radiating from her armor. Strange human, she whispered. You confuse me. Join the club. Then suddenly she reached out, her armored hand resting against my chest. Her voice trembled, something I never thought possible for her kind. I wish you were my husband, she said softly. On my world, warriors like you are rare, fierce, loyal, and unbroken. My heart stopped. I started to speak, but she pressed a finger against my lips. Do not answer, she said. Let me keep this thought at least before I go back to being what they made me. And then she was gone. Months passed. The war officially ended with the Treaty of Andaris, but peace was uneasy. Humans and Zalari remained suspicious, their hatred buried just beneath the surface. I returned to Earth, to the dust and debris of rebuilding. I thought I'd never see her again. Until one night, a Zalari shuttle landed outside the human embassy in Geneva. Soldiers surrounded it, weapons drawn until the hatch opened, and Captain Sira Veyra stepped out, unarmed. I request an audience, she said in perfect English. With Sergeant Ethan Cross. The news spread like wildfire. When I entered the hall, she stood there in ceremonial armor, her 4 eyes fixed on me. Captain, I greeted. She smiled faintly. Ethan, the diplomat whispered. The soldiers stared, but for that moment there was only us. I came, she said, not as an enemy, but as an emissary. The Empire has chosen peace, and she hesitated, requested this assignment. My heart pounded. You came here! For me, she nodded. You once showed me what it means to fight for something beyond survival. For someone, I stepped closer. And what are you fighting for now? She looked up at me, her golden eyes glistening. For a chance? To see if what I said that day could ever be true. The hall fell silent. Every human, every Zalari watched as I took her hand, the same alien hand that once tried to kill me. And for the first time in galactic history, a human and a Zalari smiled at each other not as enemies, but as equals. That night, as we stood beneath the stars, the same stars that had witnessed countless battles, she looked at me with that same fierce intensity as before. Ethan Cross, she said, her voice low and steady. I meant what I said. You are the kind of warrior my people need, and the kind of man I never knew I wanted. I chuckled softly. You sure you're ready for a human husband? She leaned closer, her breath warm against my ear. If he fights like you, and loves like you, then yes. The stars above seemed to burn brighter, as if the universe itself approved. For once there was no war, no enemy lines, no orders. Just 2 warriors, human and alien, bound not by duty, but by choice. And in that moment, I realized something. Sometimes peace isn't signed in ink or forged in treaties. Sometimes it begins with a fight and ends with a wish.